Hello everyone, we hope you're doing alright, reading and enjoying life. We're here to discuss part 3 of the Poppy War. And, well, what'd you think of that whole closing sequence?
I wasn't as fired up on this part as I was in the last one.
No.
It wasn't as epic. I guess I wasn't like that impressed with the ending for this book.
Really?
Yeah. I wasn't too impressed. Yeah, it was definitely it didn't elicit the feelings that part 2 elicited. That's for damn sure. So but yeah, wasn't too impressed, but it wasn't bad. So, I mean, I do want to see what happens, but based on Ren's mind frame, I don't know. She seems like she done went
cuckoo.
Yeah.
And not for Cocoa Puffs.
No. She wants to watch the world burn. And she's starting with Mugen. She just said deuces to that whole country.
But the mental trauma is real for her.
Yeah, but before we get all there, maybe we should back up to get to her jumping off the ledge moment. So we start part 3 with them going to... we're probably going to butcher the names of a lot of this stuff. So, Golan Nis. And the Federation has already been through there.
And left.
Been there, done that. I mean,
quite thoroughly.
Yeah, there's like body parts, piles of people. Okay, I will give the author credit in that she described this scene so well that I was just like, wow, it's like I'm there. Just a little bit more and I could probably smell the death.
Well, I think this is one of the scenes that she kind of took from history.
Yeah, well, it was pretty well descriptive.
Mm-hmm.
I envisioned it, no problem.
Quite well.
Yes. And it was gruesome.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that scene pisses off a bunch of people. Ren, the main character, included.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I can't recall. Did they stumble across some militia men who were like on their side? Because something triggered her to be like, oh my gosh, Kate is here.
I think she heard him.
Did she hear him?
I think so.
Okay. Well, she found Kate. Yay!
Barely alive.
He's changed.
Oh, yeah.
Why do my characters... This happened in the freaking Mistborn trilogy. The ones that I like, they change, and it's not always for the good.
Okay.
They get all broken. Maybe I need to stop liking them. And then they won't get broken.
Oh, Lord. Quit breaking your toys.
Yes. But he witnessed all this massacre, so yes.
Mm-hmm. And then Vinka,
yeah, she was the Federation soldier ragdoll.
Human toilet, if you will.
She was everything. They did all kinds of evil to her.
Hey, Ren did make good on that promise.
What promise?
Make them burn.
Oh yeah, she did. I forgot. Vinka was like, yeah, take them all out. They totally violated me. Yeah, and she did promise, even though she initially was hesitant to promise. But yeah, but we haven't got there yet. So anyways, so they're there at Golan Nis. Is this where we learn that Alton is a poppy head?
Eventually she does stumble into him doing that.
Yeah. So, you know, after their last part where they come to butt heads, which I don't even think we mentioned in our last video, that they like fired up at each other, and that was when she was like, I'm through with taking your crap. I don't think we mentioned that, but she kind of learned a little bit more now why he is the way he is. But first she discovers him as a poppy head. And she is pissed off about it because she knows what it does to people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't recall a lot of the events because, like I said, I wasn't that impressed with this part. I don't remember, like, what instigated them going to the shaman prison, which is Chulu Kurika. I don't know how to say it.
Alton wanted to have a shaman army to get revenge.
Ah, yes. Because he thought since he could control Sunny and these other Sikh bizarre children, that he could control these people, which apparently these shamans are sent there when they are so far gone.
They're not even really human anymore.
It's just, yeah.
They're like a vessel for a god in human form.
Mm-hmm. And it's just a danger to society.
The world.
Uh-huh. So they go there, her and Alton. And they encounter...
Go ahead.
Jiang! Question. Is Jiang the gatekeeper? They said something about it, but I didn't quite understand. Did he say he was? And if he was, he done came out of his little tomb thing and then was like, it's too dangerous. And he put himself back in the little tomb. So that means the gate is still not guarded. The creatures are going to run amok. So is he the gatekeeper? Is he a member of the trifecta?
Technically. Although his mind isn't complete in that form.
What do you mean?
He doesn't have the memories and everything else.
So he doesn't have the Jiang part or the gatekeeper part?
Gatekeeper.
So he doesn't quite know he's the gatekeeper?
Well, remember, earlier in, I think, part 1 where he's like, apparently I destroyed half of Jun's squadron or whatever. I have no memory of that.
So he doesn't remember being the gatekeeper. But he's not complete. So that's probably why they didn't really, confirm. They didn't really confirm.
No, there's not a lot of confirmation.
Can't. If he can't remember, he can't confirm. So anyways, who we think is the gatekeeper, they encountered, but then he locked himself back up in the mountain. And they said, well, screw you, pal. You're going to abandon us yet again.
Well, he said there's, let the country go. It's not that important.
There's no helping it. Well, they don't like that answer, and so they just leave him after they have their words. And then they go and find this other character named Phelan, who's the wind god.
Well, he was a psych that went too far.
Right. But now he's got the wind god in him.
Escapes.
He escapes. Yeah, he shows signs of crazy, and Alton's regretting freeing him from the little rock tomb. But before he can put him back in there, he blows himself on out of there because they left the little opening because you have to be able to get out. And apparently, when you're in the mountain, you can't channel the power that you possess.
You can't commune with the gods.
Yeah. So that was just a natural escape on his part. He wasn't using no wind. So then, when they go to chase him to lock his ass back up, which he's long gone, they run into the Federation army at the entrance. Did the Empress give them up? They say the Empress did. The Federation army says that we are here because the Empress told us you were going to be here.
Off the information you are given so far, you would think so.
Is that why she's the enemy, though, of, the gatekeeper and stuff? Because she's ratting people out?
I wouldn't go so far as to say she's the enemy of the gatekeeper.
Well, remember I asked if they were enemies? Because she's the Viperess.
Well, she is a Viperess.
So many questions. For someone who said, I'm not that impressed with this part, I sure do have a lot of questions, don't I? Maybe that's why I wasn't impressed, because nothing was answered. But anyways... So the Federation hauls them back to some secret laboratory, and apparently this is the laboratory that Alton was raised in before he went to the
After
academy.
destruction.
Yes, and they pumped him full of freaking heroin. And so while they're there, these two take a nice little heroin trip
to the Pantheon.
And then Ren encounters the ghosts of her people, the Spearleys, and she's rejuvenated and yeah, I want revenge. Her and Alton are moving as one. And I think that's what made her lose her mind. Because doesn't she come out of that experience, the lab experience, with the red eyes? Or is that what she acquires after she leaves the lab and goes to the Isle of Spear?
If she doesn't have it yet, it's close.
Yes. Because when they do finally break free, they set ablaze.
Well, because remember, like, even the Phoenix in her head was saying Alton was broken and nowhere near what she could do.
Yeah. After she encounters the Phoenix on the Isle of Spear, because Alton sacrifices himself.
He was burning for her.
Yeah. I'm burning for you. Anyways. What was I going to say? After she encounters the Phoenix, but before she encounters the Phoenix, the lady appears again, the Shattered Woman. I just want to know, is the Shattered Woman the person who denied the Phoenix the first time, and that's why Spearly... Mm-hmm. Okay. Tirza.
I'd say Tirza, yeah.
Tirza, okay. Okay. So I did put something together. But anyway, so she just says... She burns the woman. Doesn't she burn the woman? She gets her out of the way. And she goes to the Phoenix. She becomes one with the Phoenix. I'll give you whatever you want. And the Phoenix tells her, well, you make all the decisions. I'm just here to... What's the word I'm looking for? Work your will?
Something like that.
Something to that effect, yeah. So, she and the Phoenix are now one. And in her oneness, she takes out Mugen.
Kind of described as a large volcanic eruption over the whole island country.
But she doesn't seem to know that she has done this. She doesn't recall doing it when later questioned.
Remember, during the experience, she had to block it out.
Right, because it was hurting.
It'd destroy her.
Yeah. Well, her and the Phoenix are now one. I don't know that I like this Phoenix. I liked him originally. But now it's like a mean Phoenix.
Is he mean?
I don't know.
Or is he just being
Phoenix-y?
a force of nature?
I don't know.
Well, they say he's the god of revenge and all that. I mean, seems like he's being himself to me.
Yeah. But she loses her mind. Like, she comes out of that and she's all talking like she's some big shot. Like, I'm better than Alton. He was a coward. Blah, blah, blah. And she's saying all this to, like, Kate, who's her, like, one and only friend. And he's just like...
That friendship is kind of...
I think it's going to be fractured. I don't know. Because they're on the same side currently. But they don't have the same
goals or path.
Ways of going about things.
And their actual end goal is different.
Right. So I could see them...
Because...
having to...
Kate is viewing everyone as human.
Right. And she's viewing...
She's been broken to the point that if you're not, Spearly or Nikan...
You ain't nothing. But isn't some of the people that she now commands... Yes, she is now in charge of the bizarre children at Alton's wish-making ceremony. It was declared, apparently. That's not what it's really called, but whatever. His will. The people that she commands now are not all Spearly,
two of them are
yeah, so are they not classified as human in her mind?
She's cool with them because they're with her.
Yeah.
It's one of those, at this point, her hatred is so extreme that if you're against her, you're not human.
I was going to say, if you're not with me, you're against me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Kate's kind of like, well, no, that's not it. I just think that there's a different way to go about it.
Well...
Right? Because she, like he said...
So, by the end of this book, there's definitely strain on that relationship.
Right.
Because he is still very much sane.
Right.
Even after what he went through in Golden.
Right.
Her, on the other hand, when you're in her point of view, it's not that you like her. You just understand she's
not right.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, because like Kate said, she essentially did
what they did.
What the Federation did to Spearly folk.
Mm-hmm.
And to all the other people that they've encountered.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been running around ranting and raving about how they're monsters and evil, and then she ends up going doing the same exact thing. I don't know. I don't know where I think it's going. I mean, there's still a war to be had. Because we haven't had like a full-on...
Well, okay, so the Mugen country is gone.
Right, but there's still Federation soldiers out and about.
And there's other countries.
Right.
Because there was a weird balance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now that balance is...
Right. Well, and now it seems like she's kind of like, I'm not really targeting the Federation so much. She wants to target the Empress. Because she's under the impression the Empress routed their location out to the Federation.
Due to what the doctor told them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Nikara itself isn't too stable either.
Right.
Because as you've seen the whole time, all the warlords are button heads.
Right. All the divisions.
So it's obviously nowhere near done.
No, well, it's a trilogy, and this is only the first book.
But I'm just saying.
But, I mean, but where we're going, other than to try and find the Empress and take her out, I don't know. She still doesn't have control over the Phoenix, so she needs to get that mastered if she's going to.
The Phoenix is always in her head.
He's there for life. Until she's too crazy and ends up in the mountain.
The Phoenix is always in her head, and her only escape is hitting the pipe.
Oh yeah, she likes to toke it now. In fact, at one moment, her and Alton, once she realized how things were they had a pass the pipe moment. And that's when she said that she decided to be on his side. They amended their problems.
Mm-hmm.
They mended their problems. So, but yeah, I don't know. Other than trying to take out the Empress, learning to control the Phoenix, maybe having some kind of issue between her and Kate, I don't know where else we're going. Because they're on a boat right now, but I don't know where they're headed. They're kind of just staying offshore at this moment.
Well, they're not exactly liked onshore at the moment.
Right.
Because Alton sent Chigan and Quara to destroy a dam like she hypothesized in a strategy class.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know where they're going.
Hard to tell.
Mm-hmm. Because where's the Empress in all this?
She's somewhere. Yeah, I don't think it was really stated.
She wasn't on Mugen, because that would have been the end of her. She wasn't in the port.
Mm-mm.
She wasn't in Golden, which all those locations are in, what, Nakara?
She's in Nakara.
Yeah.
But I don't think her location was actually disclosed.
Is she still in Sinigard, maybe?
No.
Okay.
There's another place.
Did we go to it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So anyway, she's somewhere. Now they're going to find her. The birds will find her, I'm sure.
And Phelan is loose.
And Phelan is loose, and he's creating chaos already.
So you have...
There's quite a few little, plot lines going on here.
Yes.
A few different things happening. So... I want to continue.
But
I don't know if I want to continue right now.
That's up
because
to you.
it didn't leave me hanging even though some earlier bits of this video may give you another impression, it didn't really leave me that wanting more. You know what I'm saying?
You want answers, but you're not like...
I don't have to
chomping at
have
the
them
bit.
like right now. Yeah. And I think I might need a break from her. She's kind of an annoying character. Like...
Well, that won't change.
Oh, God.
There are some...
I feel like she's going to be even worse now since she's lost her mind.
Well, there's no... She doesn't heal, I'll say that.
So she's going to just get worse. She's going to get infected if the wound doesn't heal. Ugh, I don't know.
But
I don't know.
for a debut novel, I think that was pretty impressive.
Not too bad, yeah. I mean, I sure as heck couldn't do no better. So, anyways, anything else?
I don't have anything to add, really. I mean, I think the way I imagined it was pretty visually stunning, the way she described it.
Yeah. Well, for all those kind of thoughts,
We can have another video covering all that.
I was
but-
going to say, our next video is going to be the overall thoughts of The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, RFK. Huh. Can't really say that here. It could mean Robert F. Kennedy, but no. Anyways, so we hope we check that out. We hope we haven't gone too far off the grid in our discussion of this book, but yeah. So that's it. Our take on part 3. Next up, overall thoughts. See ya!
Have fun.